So, depression, anxiety, and dating. She just walked out that door, hopped in her car, and left. And I'm really just in her place. Um, really, where I'm kind of going at with this is each time we have like some of these episodes, for those of you who understand some of these things where they talk about a very specific need and want to isolate and you should go away and I'm a bad person, all of those things, you know, it can take a toll on anybody, but those of us who know and support it and stay strong with it, it's not the big deal that a lot of times the person themselves thinks that it is. And I say that respectfully, for the people who don't deal with it or just choose not to. So the thing that I'm coming to with all of this is, not sure if I'll be able to prop it up, but if it ever gets to the point where that's possibly the last time, leave it better than you found it. So as I make the bed, possibly for the last time, you never know, because you never know what people are going to say, think, or do down the road. Now, she wants to explore and do some things to better herself and feel better about herself, and that's great. But I always say you can do that with a supportive cast, meaning the person that you chose and initiated to be monogamous and faithful to. So I'm not getting into any, wild accusations or anything along those lines. But my point is to leave things and people better than you found them. So in this instance, I'm going to leave the house a little bit cleaner than when I showed up this morning. And I'm going to leave her mindset at least in a better space, understanding that what she may not have had before in the form of supportive people, and people who are willing to stand by her, which I still am. But there's still the point where if this is the last time we were to have ever spoken for whatever reason, breakup, car accident, freak, heart attack, something along those lines, we always have the opportunity to leave people knowing that we left the situation better than we possibly found it, or at least we didn't leave it worse. So in this instance, what I'm looking at doing and saying is, you still have my support. I'm still willing to do the little things to help out here, but it's not going to be something that I need to make as a constant reminder. It's just something that you do in your actions, and it's something that you put into place on a day in, day out basis, so that person sees consistency. And this is without depression and anxiety or whatever else it might be. Or somebody just, a lot of times, a lot of us, we just have experiences that don't stem from mental and behavioral health. It just stems from our experiences. And so we have certain areas in life where we have a hard time trusting. I have them myself. So when it comes to stuff like that, leave it better than you found it. So I'm going to leave this room a little cleaner. I'm going to leave this life a little better, because as she has spoken to many times, I'm the nicest person she's ever met. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily the truest statement or not. Maybe it is. But if that's the case, then I can leave knowing that I left somebody's life better than it actually was before I came into it. Now, I think a lot of times we get caught up in the drama of things and certain things get said and, things like that. But nevertheless, if that is the truest thing that can happen or be said about me in this relationship, then I graciously accept that. But I'm also going to leave things better than I found them by not making it overly dramatical, by not making it, something that it doesn't have to be, but just by continuing to say, you have my support, I can be a sounding board, there's still love, and it's not, these things are not, apologies are not necessary in a lot of these instances. A lot of times we just have to understand, especially if you're dealing with behavioral mental health, that the things that sometimes people choose, this is not the case. Something has chosen these people. And when you can't control or, always manage those things, it doesn't always, like, why be judged off of that? Plus, we see people with a lot less going on. And so here's she's sending a text saying she's sorry, I deserve so much better, things like that. And I always say to that, I'll make up my own choices. I will pursue my own path in life when it comes to that. And where I choose to be is in support when it comes to that. And again, another text message saying that she's trying to protect me. Yet another instance of that's a symbol of love. When you think that you're trying to protect somebody from what it is you are afraid of within yourself, that's an understandable notion. But again, leaving things better than you found them. I think I'm getting off track here, but I'm sure you guys will have some level of ace up the sleeve, advice, comment, experience when it comes to these things. And if you don't, boy, maybe it's a good time to just sit and read some of the comments. You can go back to the video. I'll put it, I think right here, I can put where it's depression, where I talked to you about this the first time and the things that I've learned, because a lot of the things that I've learned are why I can leave this situation better, even just this day. Even if we talk tomorrow or we talk later today, this situation, I can leave this situation better than I found it. By, again, cleaning things up, not being overly, dramatical about things or whatever else, just staying logically calm. As a friend of mine says, just be the mountain in the wind. Some things just have to blow past you. So again, would love to hear your ace up the sleeve on this. And guys, really, really appreciate what other people go through in their struggles. I think sometimes we overlook it, and we also overlook sometimes a lot of people are walking around with things unchecked and unbalanced. That's the other half. So just have the empathy to say, you know what? I don't know exactly what that person's going through. And even if I did know, sometimes I might go through that or something similar to that as well. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I hope this finds everybody in your place, pursuit, or beginnings of total health. Total health. It's important. Total health. Mind, body, and soul. I'm gonna get up out of here, but you guys, leave it better than you found it. Peace, love, unity, solidarity.